Nice catch. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm having button problems apparently today. Button. Psycho Jack. Hey, Jack. You're hanging in there. Out there. Pick our combat deployments. Still got a good chunk of tapes. I'll put Boots back down on the ground and not in a main op yet. What's up? Just screwing around here. Plenty to handle right now. Oh, that doesn't fail again. That one's been going for a couple hours. Shields, machine guns, shotguns, mines, helmets. What's up with you? Or a side op searching for the escaped children at the oil field. What else we have here? Line clearing, great for listening to tapes. Nothing but jacking it up. We're never going to get to the hamburger tape, so let's listen to it first.
I hope you bought a better hamburger this time, Kazuhira.
Right. Well,
The last one was lacking in every way. The patty was too thin, the bun too dry, and the lettuce days old at best.
hey, that was 100% all beef patty, and no shortening in the bun either.
Nature's blessings, unadulterated, in hamburger form. Is that it? But when taste falls short, so does our gratitude to nature. Making such precious blessings unpalatable is sacrilege.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right. I should have known better than to settle for second best. That's why I had him run some more R&D, develop a new burger.
Hamburger R&D.
In fact, one of our
Good use of our
researchers
funds.
just dropped by with the latest results. Here it is. See how you like this?
We shall see indeed. I thank you for this bounty, Mother Earth.
So, what's the verdict?
Not bad,
And?
but it does not hold a candle to what I ate back home.
What a don't you
ones
make
are
the
quick.
burgers?
Damn it. I was sure the Kobe beef, but maybe we didn't have enough. If we had any more, we're cutting into our profits.
Profits?
Profits?
We'll be taking a loss on every unit.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Oh, anyway, I'll be back with another round of product.
I will be
Product.
waiting. Did you say product?
As predicted, I want a hamburger now. And we may have heard half of the Genesis tape, which kind of stinks if these are the long tapes and we heard like 3 minutes, 3.5 of a 7-minute tape. 6-minute
Rise
tape.
of the vocal cord parasites goes back
Sorry.
approximately 300
Or we could skip this tape
million
entirely. It
years.
might have been the previous one that got cut off. We'll let it go.
At that time, they were not even parasites, but predatory autotrophs. They are believed to have been the common ancestor to the Pentastomida and the Cyclops genus of copepods. However, Earth's environment underwent a violent change at the end of the Permian period. The cause is unclear, but evidence suggests that over 90% of the Earth's organisms at that time died out. The most pronounced threat to the proto-parasites was the severe reduction in oxygen concentration.
TD standing right in it.
Was cladogenesis, a splitting that gave birth to a new strain that could parasitize other organisms' respiratory apparatus. This survival tactic helped lower their oxygen consumption, and inhabiting the throat kept them securely in contact with inhaled air. The best survivors were those that parasitized the reptiles that flourished at the time. Entering the Triassic period, the reptiles evolved into dinosaurs, and the proto-parasites shared in their success. Dinosaurs developed respiratory organs called air sacs to adapt to the low oxygen environment.
Rubber bullets
These
in this gun.
particular helped the proto-parasites
With a grenade launcher
thrive.
underbelly.
But another trial
Under
awaited
barrel.
them. The end of the Triassic period saw another drastic change in the Earth's environment. For most parasites, the male and female take the same host. Many are, in fact, hermaphrodites. Originally, the vocal cord parasites were as well. But for any strain to ride out a severe environmental change, it must secure a steady pool of genetic diversity. Another split. Now the newest strain procreated with mates found in other hosts. And in order to increase its encounters with those mates, the new strain utilized the voice of its host.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Vocal cords. This truly was the birth of the vocal cord parasite. The parasites developed the host's pharynx to form resonating
Jeez.
chambers and used them to
We're not
produce
Batman.
sophisticated.
You gonna extract him?
The relatively upright posture of the dinosaurs was important.
You think I am the Batmobile?
Because the crooked L-shaped pharynx was more suited to the development of resonating chambers. These
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
prosperity for the parasites. But for the third time, the parasites had a major hurdle to overcome. The meteorite impact at the end of the Cretaceous period, which spelled the end of the dinosaurs. With their hosts extinct, the vocal cord parasites had no option but to find a new
Still one.
habitat. Birds.
Didn't finish.
As genetic successors to the dinosaurs, with functioning air sac apparatus already in place, birds were the perfect choice. But the parasites could not survive in birds that flew at high altitudes with thinner air. So they parasitized ground-dwelling birds and altered their respiratory system for the sake of reproduction. They gave the birds the means to produce sophisticated sounds. The syrinx responsible for chirping. This is the proof that
Now we can make
points
our way
to
there.
activation of FOX-P2 in songbirds as well as humans. The Cenozoic era began with a rise in oxygen concentration, which helped mammals to evolve and increase in size. The parasites then shifted to humans as a more effective host. Humans' bipedal upright walking meant that our throats could support larger resonating chambers. At first, vocal cord parasites entered humans using birds as their intermediate host. But eventually they changed to conducting their entire life cycle within human hosts. What happened next is as I have already described. People took the vocalizing prowess given them by the parasites and made it language. And once the parasites could no longer use it as their mating call, they died out. Or in other words, the parasites overcame all evolutionary hurdles except humanity. Skullface shared his opinion on this matter. He said the Ethnic Cleansers Project was sure to succeed. After all, the parasites had a grudge against us humans. To think we awoke them after such a long slumber, just so they could sate their thirst for vengeance. It is terrible.
Best.
Unforgivable.
Vengeance.
And yet, it is what I have done. I learned
Such a
of the
lust
vocal
for
cord
revenge?
parasite's existence in literature belonging to the Foundation. It was little more than a theory. The question was, why does only Homo sapiens among all primates have highly developed language? Human versus everything else. The missing link between these was the mystery that gave rise to this theory.
We're gonna be able to get up here.
Fascinated by the idea of their existence.
Oh.
In the Dene creation myth, the Neil
Oh,
Dene,
Snake.
who first inhabited the world.
You can
were
do that,
insect-like
man.
creatures. I came to imagine that those insect-like creatures could be humans living in symbiosis with the vocal cord parasites. But I had not the faintest idea of how I could resurrect them. That is when Skullface came to me. What he offered me was not just assistance with my metallic archaea research. He told me the vocal cord parasites really existed. And not only did they exist, they had already been brought back to life in the modern age. An ancient human cadaver, host to the parasites of the time. Cypher excavated such a cadaver from a permafrost region and isolated the DNA coding of the vocal cord parasites. Naturally, they were long dead and could not be brought back. But there was an
Why is
alternate
it-
vessel they could use.
Why would we get
A relative species of
undeveloped weapons
Phantasmida
stuff?
discovered in China.
Why did it even need to say that?
Had adapted
Not a
to
given?
live in the nasal cavity of animal hosts. But its genetic sequence
sure it said we won't give you
finds
things you haven't
common
developed yet.
ancestry with the vocal cord parasites. Ontogenesis, a path of an organism to maturity, is like a roadmap of the phylogenetic evolution of the entire strain. Cypher used this to effect a reverse evolution of the modern parasite and resurrect the vocal cord parasites. They interposed
chased by wolves,
developmental
jackals,
mechanism to the
hyenas.
ontogenetic stage analogous to when the relative species first appeared. The point at which it split from the vocal cord parasites, forcing
Yeah,
its
Link could
evolution
definitely show him a
down the
thing or
other
two.
path. The vocal
Maybe we could
cord
borrow Link's
parasite
paraglider.
path. The larvae is produced by the vocal cord parasites. Reborn. I do not know in detail how Cypher accomplished this, but clearly they have access to high-level genetic technologies. Skullface said it was the work of a genius woman scientist.
I haven't seen anything in a while that we haven't seen before.
The species in question was first discovered by a group once called the Philosophers. I was tasked with modifying the resurrected
Mines.
parasites
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped.
with two-dimensional
Fighting's still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Peace with man. By unleashing the larvae's latent desire to consume nutrients from the host's lung tissue, making them eat
Helmet.
and eat until the lungs were destroyed. Second, to have both male and female inhabit the same host and copulate then and there. Only
He's a little
once
twitchy.
those
Did you see D-Dog's bond
specific
decreased?
pronunciation
Forget that I hit the mine with my face.
over an extended time.
They heard the detonation. D-Dog got hit by splash damage.
Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you
But
to
it
sneak
just
past enemies.
switched to a tape. We got a checkpoint like 100 yards back. This one, no.
I learned
This-
originally the ultimate objective of the ethnic cleansing parasite project was
Close
the
enough.
identification of not only languages but of actual cultures. Language is deeply connected to ethnicity.
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped. Fighting's still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll
Mines.
just end up getting killed.
No means rare. If the cleanser parasites were to be a deterrent against ethnic conflict, they had to distinguish between groups using means other than pure language. The original plan called for this to be achieved by differences in the transmission vector. Each ethnic group has different lifestyle customs and eating habits. For instance, parasites living in shallow water and taken in through the skin could be used to target rice farming groups. Or parasites using cows as their intermediate host would be ineffective against cultures that abstain from eating beef. But that is a lofty goal indeed. The current parasites mainly rely on droplet transmission. It would take extensive time to alter the transmission route. I eventually learned that the Ethnic Cleansers project had been shut down. It was Skullface who put it back into operation. But despite that, he told me to forget about the transmission route.
No, you did not
And
see
just
something,
focus
did
on
you?
language
Son of a bitch,
identification.
that's bad.
I do not know why. I understand that the Chinese philosophers who discovered the relative species of parasite originally
Oh, the other guy ditched him!
a phonogenic
Haha, the other guy
parasite.
straight ditched
The
him.
left temporal parietal region
Nice.
is home to the part of the brain that identifies the phonetic symbols of the English language. They wished to create a strain that would parasitize that region and suppress
The
its
helicopter just
literacy
flew
function.
backwards really
The
fast.
brain area responsible
Now it's coming
for
back.
identifying the logographs of Chinese, meanwhile, is in the left middle frontal
That was a...
gyrus.
Why did the...
Meaning that
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
infected with the parasite, the literacy would be unaffected. Old and new.
Honey.
East
Honey does not like the
and
thunder.
west. There is no limit to the delusions of those
Neither does
in
Dee Dee.
power. But this delusion threatens to become a reality. I have to do something to stop this.
Lonnie, no.
There
No
must
bark.
be something I can do.
Making sure that guy stays out. Okay, long enough for the helicopter to split.
You gotta extract him.
Woof woof. She does not like the noise outside. I know, Lonnie. BD1 and 2. That was a shot right in the junk. Wasn't it? I think you should be out an extra long time. You take a trank round to the nuts. Damn, that guy. They all think something's up now. How unfortunate. Oh, wait. He went behind a barrier. Son of a bitch. Oh. Riot gear. No, not riot gear. Oh. That hit his vest. That got him in the leg.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Too.
Echo through his legs. Oh, good. 28 meters. He might come up. Missed him. Oh, that's $1 million wound. Uh-oh. Hold still, asshole. Lie down!
You gotta extract him.
It's like Pokemon. I have to extract them all. Good job, bad timing.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Okay, subject is in.
Oh, I know, honey. Ooh! Come on, he set me up for that one. He put his melon right there. Uh-oh. Stand up. Lie down. This guy was 1S rank we spotted in here.
You gotta extract him.
Oh, not the only one.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Is it just the one kid? Did we already clear the site out? Honey is not doing okay with the thunder right now. Lie down. Just one kid per site.
coming
Okay.
too. Roger
Excellent. Well, let's get out on one of those
Subject on board.
containers.
Leave the rest to us. Music tape at the airport, I think so. Was that Gloria? Was that the airport? Gloria, I think we got it. Ah, we should have had more tapes on just there, though. Ah, why is it so hard to remember to switch to the next set of tapes? Luftwa Valley. That's nearby. Do armored vehicle unit and then head into Luftwa Valley. Try to combine those and get the rest of the tapes going on. Or, I don't know, the other way around. But we've got two things here, so we can... Oh, the kid's gonna be in the mansion, huh? We're going back to the mansion again. That must feel nasty, all that caked blood on your face.
cooking.
Good dog.
Badass wolf.
That's a Nubian goat. It's a dairy breed whose milk is ideal for cheese production. It's also butchered for meat, but don't get any ideas.
I'm hungry. We were listening to the hamburger tapes, and now I'm hungry. So, a little reckless running towards it. There could be mines or soldiers out here. Didi to sniff them out before we run into them, but slow down. Landmine. Checkpoint.
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped. Fighting's still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Hoping Didi will sniff out the prisoner, child who's captive that we need to rescue. Found prisoner. Oh, says he did. Didi found prisoner. Oh, I don't see anything. Oh, second floor.
Whole lot of trouble they put us through. Making me worry like that.
Goed in recovery. De dokter het opgaan gebruik, man. Dit was te gevaarlijk. Hulle moet 'n donker goeie vernieuw. Maar wie gryp ouens soos daai sommer net so? Wie moet ek weet? Wie ook al het is. Manne soos daai te verloor is als opset en groot. Blykbaar het hulle
Hey Luke, what'd you just realize? Hey, do you know that Twitch would allow affiliate streamers upload subscriber badges by the end of July? Yeah, but I'm glad you reminded me because I meant to do that in June, get them ready. And thank you for the reminder. Yeah, isn't that great that they're doing that finally? I've wanted that forever. When in doubt, dick shot. Okay, so we got incoming. You know what? Stun. Okay, come out. Damn, I should have let the other guy come out first. Because now I got the full alert.
2. Roger that.
Terrible plan on my part. Making all that noise, shooting them there. Deep smoke? Maybe smoke would be better in here. Or just count on them being that dumb. Why don't you come check it out?
You gotta extract him.
Wasn't meaning you.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Go wormholes.
Boss, set out the kids. It appears
We're so
there's
close to a nice clean. Like, he was going up, I jumped over, but I got caught on something.
one person who'd be behind that.
Stuck there for a second, and then yeah, he saw.
Into it.
There's another vehicle coming, so let's see. I'm gonna cruise right by it. Stand right there. That's right. Ooh! Man down. Endpoints. Off-road. We're supposed to be listening to tapes. Someone just shoot me. We're never gonna get through these tapes. Especially if I can't keep putting on the next one. Or if they keep giving us more while I'm failing to put on the next one. Oh, the tapes are never going to end. Failed again, didn't we?
Ja, at e.
Combat deployment, the yellow one. It's gonna be on the
You
list
disappoint
again.
me. Have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond
No,
to
it's a
anyone
different
else,
one.
so
Dictator?
I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your children. You know what I mean? The parasites. The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed
Luke,
to
I gotcha.
multiply.
Just read your
You
comment
were
from
allowed
before.
to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you? So why not choose death instead? Because you want to protect the Diné and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't,
Madness.
the parasites can't detect your people's tongue. So I'll just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but we don't always get our way. I was born a tiny mote in a mighty tempest, and until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, Code Talker, what happens
He's
to a
coming
man
too.
infected
Roger
with
that.
of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
Alex, sleep well. Look at all these
It
S
is
ranks here.
impossible to remove
Good night,
the
man.
parasites.
Dream of S ranks.
They have too close an affinity with humans.
Then how do you stop the symptoms from developing?
You gonna extract him?
All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time.
Night. Hey, man.
I'll be back soon.
See you today.
I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you're close by,
Exfiltrates the area.
it is almost complete.
We're in the
He's coming
final
too.
phases.
Roger that.
All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again, and your suffering will end, as will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker, each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
You gonna extract him?
Stopping you. I'm only alive because you want me that way.
Ridiculous.
As you wish. My regret is this misunderstanding between us. You and I, our goal is the same. We should be working together. A symbiosis.
You do not know my mind. I simply want the Diné bloodline to endure.
Really now. You're just another mote in the storm. How you react to all the slings and arrows, that's what counts.
Well,
That's why you
what
call
do we
those
have
squirming
here?
monsters
Rodrigo.
Children.
Welcome aboard.
What I have done is
Thank you for the
forbidden.
follow. Oh,
Forgive me.
nice. 5S rank soldiers. Place
The
some of
world
those we've
should
been
be
losing.
left the way it is. You of all men should know that.
Guns, mines, decoys, gas masks. How about a unit with sufficient staff? Challenge task, another one. Intel tapes played, rate
Forgive me,
70%.
but my schedule has changed. The
Getting
time
cargo
for
on the
grace
ship.
and good manners has
We
now
will,
run
we will
out.
expand and expand.
Please.
Hey, Jim.
Torture will not work on me. Surely you know this.
Oh, I have no
You
intention
don't
of
pull
getting
the
rough
mask
with you.
off the old Lone
You haven't been
Ranger and
beaten.
you don't
Your
mess
hands
around
aren't even
with
tied.
Jim.
Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've no doubt you can withstand it.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I bring
That's the target.
You're gonna have a long wait then.
for me,
Pace
that
yourself.
message is simply go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one, nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random.
Can't wait.
No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. They tied them up, one by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
You bastard.
Go. When they hear that, my men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite. Your parasite.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite doesn't respond to your language. But what about English?
An English strain. It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger symptoms.
You monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
70.
I don't want
It's
to
gonna be about
do
65
this.
meters.
I'd
I'm
rather
gonna
not
try
have to ring the bell.
pulling this
Which is
vehicle
why
out,
I'm
see if
hoping
the
you
sniper
will talk to
notices.
me.
Jim, thanks for the host.
What do you want? What else could you possibly...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
How to prevent the symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave. Forget the idea.
Forget it. Unlikely.
I will never tell you.
Grab the second armored vehicle,
What have
around
you
all the
done?
snipers,
You made
and
me
then we'll
do
deal with the
that.
patrol.
You black-hearted...
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent the vocal cord parasite symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
The adult soldiers at Gualayamasa are all dead.
What?
The
Could stop the
parasite
thunder.
traveled downstream.
He really wishes I could stop the thunder.
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber. As a result, the vocal cord parasite...
He's coming too. Roger that.
Told you this would happen.
It was an unfortunate accident. He is becoming an annoyance. He may
They all in
stumble
full
upon
body
the truth
armor?
sooner or later.
Nope, he's got
but I
pants.
suppose that is really of no consequence. One day,
Sucks for
he
him.
too will pay for what he has done.
Black Anna. The real demon is you.
You know, this incident made me realize something. You are right. I should have acted with more humility.
You gonna extract him?
Cannot be controlled. All the more reason I require a means to stop them.
There is no such way.
Oh, really?
Wait! Don't ring it again.
It is up to you. Out with it.
So,
I
Lonnie
see
does.
now.
She's afraid of
There
loud
must be
noises and
more to it
thunder,
than
and
that.
What?
They
fireworks.
Are in you.
Jazz is not. She doesn't
Use
mind at
this
all.
land to breed more of my children, and not just here. No, in pursuit of your ethnic cleansers, you sifted through many language strains, finding hosts, breeding more and more. You would have been infected in the process, infected with countless strains. Most likely your mother tongues as well. Romania, Northern Transylvania. You found that one too. Yes, the Hungarian strain that responds to the CK's dialect.
Silence!
Black Anna. It is you who shall pay.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Is this your retaliation, old man?
Tape is kind of rough.
You gonna extract him?
My people go and never bother them again.
Leave now and never come back.
You heard me. What now? No! What are you doing?
Not the bow!
I am not afraid. I'd probably have every language strain inside of me. Meaning all the world's languages are already lost to me. But that suits me fine. If need be, I myself can produce whatever strain.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
If you are infected, you can never again speak your mother tongue. Otherwise, you will die. As will every one of your countrymen.
A few words here and there won't trigger the symptoms.
And besides, the time is not yet right to show this face in my homeland. Not until my revenge is complete. Now,
Stop!
we're out of time.
Not
I
the
have to get
bell!
going. Well,
No!
Lamia, time for you to go to bed.
It's
Good night, everyone. Have fun.
radiation.
Night, Lamia.
Radiation.
Sleep tight.
of course. So it can be used.
But how much? I do not know.
Radiation denatures their reproductive cells,
Pass that on,
preventing
Lamia.
them from
Got your
mating.
message.
Same principle as the sterilization technique. The reproductive cells are more sensitive to radiation than the rest of the body. But I have not tested it. There's no telling what mutation could result, or how the host may be
No
affected.
troublemakers for once.
Not to mention what could happen if this is done post-infection.
I don't care. This plan goes into action now. As long as it works, the details can wait. You wouldn't be lying to me, of course, old man.
I can guarantee nothing.
I owe you my life. My body has been burned on countless occasions, but it survives, thanks to your children. That is why I trust you.
Then do not repeat my mistake.
What's that?
In the West, it is said that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. In the East, it is said the man of flesh brings spiritual power to words. The people knew back then that these creatures carry the gospel. They do not belong in our hands. They must not be touched.
How enlightening. I'll remember that. Consider this my thanks.
What are you?
Catch.
No!
Well then, I'm afraid it really is goodbye this time, Code Talker.
There is no soldier.
Now where did he run off to? Guess he wasn't as obedient as I thought.
There never was any soldier.
So long.
You! How dare you!
Alright, fired 109 people. Waiting room 76, brig 52. A lot of people in the brig. Let's get back to the ACC. Drop in another point. Still more tapes. We've been trying to listen to tapes since the last stream. We haven't been clear of tapes since. ruins. The ruins where... this is where I accidentally dropped a kid from one of the pillars on the ruins a couple years back. Ruins where we met and fought Quiet. Kids up high somewhere, and got the wormhole Fulton this time. Shouldn't be a problem. What was I trying to do with the kid before? I guess I was carrying him, and then I got near a ledge, and Snake dropped and caught the ledge and just let the kid go. Boss, you killed a child. Aborting the mission. Right now, everyone you extract is put in the brig since they're at least 8+ rank. Does the rank have something to do with them going in the brig? I didn't know there was a connection. Kid somewhere back there.
Good dog.
Thanks. Night night. There's the link. Let me have found a link to the... It's this mission. Spectacularly failed. Probably just 10 good seconds, but it was horrible. All my fault. Werewolf.
Message coming in.
Hey, Orion.
Patching it through.
Thank you for the host, sir. Hello. Takes more time to persuade them to join. I'm not going back for them. We have not even at the ruins yet. Oh man, it goes all right. We're just pissing people off everywhere we go. You're doing all right today? What are you up to? Have a good stream, man.
According to the intel team, the escaped kids should be around here. Locate and secure them.
Are there any guides? I'm sure there are, but does anyone know of any particularly good guides for finding all the animal types in this game? Wait.
Whole lot of trouble they put us through. Making me worry like that.
Bears? Bears? I forgot about the bears. That's awesome. Wonder how many rubber bullets it would take to stun a bear. You could get up there and then shoot the bears. Good stream. Nice. Sort out, returning parcel, go finish Unity tutorial, hopefully. Right on. Look at the tutorial. Return. If I can safely climb down from here after getting the kid out, we can grab the bears. The conservation platform. Snake! One button to rule them all. Want to go up? It is there. No, the prompt is there. Thank you. That one. That Y, not the other Y. Why you do this to me?
Okay, subject is in.
Ooh, that worked. Does not look safe to drop. Not for this guy. One question remains: how the hell did that kid get up there? Kids are excellent climbers.
When you want to begin a mission, open your iDroid
only work
and
if
select
animals
it
are
from the
awake.
mission list. I sent a list of selectable missions to your iDroid. They're all jobs that only you can handle.
Raven territory. He's trying to follow a Bran Stark parkour tutorial. And he got stuck. At least he didn't follow the whole thing. That's the video that Lamia linked was... I guess I was Jaime Lannister. We were supposed to be listening to tapes. Shoot me, please. We are never gonna get through these tapes.
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Good. Good dog.
Next kid. We're gonna get these kids. Didn't have any brown bears yet. What about the legendary brown bear? Didn't count. He was white. Big, gray, gnarly bear. Wild brown bear. Amarcate. Quiet's good on this map, but DD's gonna find everything, including the kid, real fast. Many ravens. Need more birds.
According to the intel team, the escaped kids should be around here. Locate and secure them.
So this is Raven territory. Yeah, that wasn't the best idea. Couldn't tell who was near him or not. Ah, I went right over his shoulder. Didn't hear it. Did that get through the bars? Got through the bars. All good. Going. Body armor, not good. Used to be an adventurer like you. Baseball caps do not stop train crowds. Is that the truth? And this poor sap really sucks at his job because he had a view on everything and did nothing. Likewise, gas masks. Little bullet drop. Not that much. 169 meters. I guess the range on the this M2000 is that much better. Than it was on the Renov. Guys on the roof are gonna wake up before we get there. Unless I headed straight there, but I didn't.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Snake. Longer barrel. The Renov would give you the same result.
He's
Okay.
coming too.
Point.
Roger that.
There are things I don't know. That makes sense.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
Go too far. There's two guys up here or one? Lounge shoes. I don't want this guy. You just stay there. He woke up and didn't notice his buddy's out. They put the worst soldiers up here on the roof. Hey, Entropic, greetings. I hate when I read one line and not the one above it. You know, I miss something, somebody coming in. But I read something after that person comes in because I always start with the bottom line of text and read up from chat. How you doing, brother?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Yeah, besides all that, yeah. Well, I'm living vicariously through Snake at the moment, and he's doing fine.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Where's the up? Oh yeah. And once again, like, the kid had to do some gnarly climbing in the ruins just to get here.
Whole lot of trouble they put us through.
Cool, everybody!
Nice shooting, Snake.
Make me worry like
Thank you. Greetings, Sea Star. Hello.
Okay, subject is in.
It is. Happy almost day. And almost vacation for you, and I think, who else is going on vacation? Densa's going on vacation. Anybody else about to take a vacation?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Alright. So this is Raven territory.
So this is Raven territory.
Oh, you're off? First part of next week. Birthday. Sweet, are you doing anything? Got, any good meals planned, or maybe going to a show or something? Not going anywhere, but it counts? Damn straight it counts. Well, Maybe you'll eat something good around about's birthday. Have you need a vacation from your vacation last week? No sympathy? No sympathy?
Good dog.
Could somebody shoot me? We have more tapes than the last time I said. We're falling behind on tapes. Every time we find a kid, we get another tape.
You remember
Supposed to
the
be
White
listening.
Mamba? Of course, he's been going by Eli since we brought him
Never
on
gonna
base.
work.
He was the leader of the child soldier unit we took out of that village and into our protection. Well, according to the kids you brought back here, all the escapees were especially close to Eli. There's reason to suspect he's behind all 6 escapes. We've already detained him. I'll be questioning him shortly.
Wait. You'll be?
Ocelot.
You're incapable of taking an impartial stance with those kids. Question them all you want. It'll get you nowhere.
Ocelot, you get too many kicks from your art of interrogation.
It's not a matter of art. It's about quick, minimal strokes of psychological warfare. That's what gets the answers. And it's the best way to keep both questioner and subject safe. The risks only increase the more an interrogation drags on. At that point, it causes as much pain to the inflictor as the inflicted.
Like I said, too many kicks.
What I'm trying to tell you is
Get a
we need
delivery.
quick results. Otherwise, it'll be too little,
Delivered to
too
another
late.
location.
I know that.
And besides, I know this subject. I won't go overboard with a kid.
Forget it. You're not needed. Snake, we'll want to question the other kids too. Be sure to bring them all back.
Could go badly when we end up at a destination point. See what happens. Trying to get the last kid. You try getting delivered here. Sakura E. Mountain Relay Base. Let's go to Sakura E. Maybe get a supply drop on the way. Debbie, you went? That's right. I think you mentioned going to see your girlfriend in Kansas. We're not going up to that marker. Sloppy marker. Just wanted to get some orientation. Get a supply drop. Right there. Cut through the pass about that point. Swoop! Hey, Swoop! Greetings. Hardly a pass, but can't believe it, I made it past that village. Always a couple snipers up there. Oh, that right there, when I got the box delivery, and then no snipers saw me getting out. I wonder if getting delivered there by box, does it have any effect on the world state when you arrive? They maybe give you a little bit of time. Did it affect spawns, local spawns? Ah. Yeah. Okay. Because I can see you when you get there. Stop and radio it in first. That was close. Can't have him waking his buddy up. Few seconds, like iframes. Yeah, I make lots of guesses that are never confirmed. At least one of them was a guess, right?
You gotta extract him.
Troublemaker. Never mind. Never mind. And the sniper mechanic is weird anyways. The beam will track. And realistically, nothing here. Realistic, of course. But they would, if they tracked that close with their sight, they would see you. And the game, of course, makes it sound almost like that's what happens. Boss, get down, the enemy sniper. But you still haven't been spotted then, which is just so weird when the laser's tracking you on the ground. Yeah, snipers are just weird. Edge clipping with their sights. One of my favorite places. Kid's inside the mine, isn't he? This is the other place I dropped the kid a couple years ago. The kid is...
According to the intel team, the escaped kids
there
should
somewhere.
be around here. Locate and secure them.
quiet. Too quiet. Drop the kid as code. Not code. There's the link that Lamia posted. I'm scrolling back up. There we go. Here's one for you, Trombones. This boss's priority is self-preservation. But there's another one. The babysitting fail 2 might be the one at this location. And actually, it was pretty good because I placed the kid on a hill and he slides down the hill and fell off and died. Okay, it's not funny. These might be wandering puppets, but I don't think it counts as a wandering puppets mission. They are wandering puppets, though. Same behavior. That'll fool them. Jay, so young, so innocent. Still so prone to failure. Helmets and everything. So easy to get headshots on something that's bobbing around with the helmet. Ooh, got lucky. You can drop without dying. Y'all have helmets? Probably.
He's coming too. Roger that. Extract him.
What else works on him? Do sleep grenades work on him? That will not knock him out. He will get right back up.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming
Under
too.
the helmet.
Roger that.
Turn around and smile. Smile. No! There we go. The conclusion, which seems very sound to me and consistent with Lynch's au revoir. I missed something. Just finished reading. Damn fine cup of Twin Peaks analysis.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Conclusion is quite bleak, huh? Bleak cow.
Roger that.
Worth reading, though. Good read.
quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform. It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the
Anticipating head movements takes practice.
I've just
Does.
asked the security team to get
Any
the
soldiers,
researchers
but theirs
out.
especially.
I'll keep you updated.
Devi, that's what I think. They all get transported to the strange dimension where Survive takes place. It makes perfect sense. We talked about how many darts that took. It was body armor and helmet. Body armor, helmet. So only one dart actually got flesh. In the face! And yes, very strong. It would hurt a lot of fans of Twin Peaks like about Twin Peaks. Not even the author likes his interpretation, but he makes a very strong argument. Yeah, I mean, Discord would be a good place to follow up, but so my guess would be that it doesn't all have the meaning that we might hope. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Tapes! We still. Let's clear the music tape. Quiet Life. Okay. But never gonna get all these listened to, even though there's just a couple minutes
About the
left.
escaped children, Eli confessed. The way he tells it, they wanted to go back to the battlefield. Don't rob them of their freedom, he said. If you bring them all back, there will be consequences. Next, he'll be asking for our surrender.
Consequences? What consequences?
No idea. That's all I have for now.
You're too attached to those kids. Stop protecting Eli.
Listen to yourself.
Let me question him, and we'll get some real answers.
Not necessary. I'll report as and when.
Boss, we found weapons in the children's section of the living quarters. As you know, weapons are strictly off limits. We've got some rule breakers. The weapons we found were handmade. Blades ground out of knives and forks, a couple of bow guns built out of scrap, and explosives made
Forks can be
using
extremely
detergents.
deadly.
And get this.
I've seen what DRK can do with a
Explosives
fork.
were tightly packed with nails. The kids put the blame on, you guessed it, Eli. I guess that's what he meant by consequences.
I questioned him about it, but this time he claimed they want to be put out on missions. Send us to the battlefield, he says.
Miller, enough is enough. You've protected him too much already. It's my turn to question him.
Protected?
What Eli's doing is issuing a threat. Comply with my demands or I'll respond with force. But it'll be war at this rate. Forks and soap aren't gonna kill us, but some of them will end up dead. Is that what you want? Now, I hate to say it, but they want to be on the battlefield. It's time you gave up this fantasy. Eli, he said they'd rise up against us if we bring the last kid back. There, you see? Ignore his demands. Don't let him return to quarters. That attitude is contagious. We'd lose control over them for good.
Shit, I missed
For
it.
the
He's
time
waking one
being,
up.
We've confiscated those handmade weapons. We're bumping up security and
Bagged
the
him
number
will
of
get his buddy.
psychiatric counselors. As for Eli, he needs some very special care. You mean solitary? Well, we can't leave him in contact with the other kids. If you won't do it, I will. Boss, keep working on extracting those kids.
We were behind on tapes. We've already finished all the kid extractions, right? I think we're done. We already heard some of the outcome.
You gotta extract him.
Back to base and laid out the situation. They all escaped to each of their home villages, who were trying to get home and lost their way.
Thanks.
Not that homesickness is gonna explain everything we've seen. Each of their home villages. They were trying to raise
Subject on board.
Tape
The rest to us.
125.
These kids have an armed uprising in them. You read the report of the security team member who had
Close
a
to
rock
true.
thrown at him. There'll be a riot if we don't do something. And Miller,
You gotta extract him.
because you didn't act fast enough. Fine. I'll admit you were right this time. Seal off the kids' quarters from outside contact before it's too late. All right. Eli said his rebellion would start when the last kid is brought back, right? You better be ready to meet him head on if it really happens. Yeah. You should have left it to
He's a
me in
great
the
dog.
first place.
Last time we came across one of these wild asses, they ran him down. Very rude.
Boss, they're just kidding. We have a responsibility to see that those kids make it. It's not about feeling
Dude, Cornet's
protected
getting a dog
or the
next
pros
year?
and cons. I hate kids. That's exactly
Already
what I heard
settled
from
on
the
what?
People who raised me. People who
We're just
abandoned
beginning
me more
thinking
like.
about that.
That's the spark that kept me going, you know? I wanted to show those adults what I was made of. Wanted to get back at them one day. Before I knew it, I was all grown up. Never saw it coming. All of a sudden, people treated me as an adult. Some adult I turned out to be.
Yeah, I guess you'll have to meet somewhere
I
in
feel
the
like
middle.
If my life had been different, if the adults I knew had been different, I could have grown up better. Yeah, that's it, all right. I wanted to use those kids to test that theory. That's all this was. From their point of view, I'm no different from the assholes who gave me a hard time. When this is all blown over, I'll talk it out with them. If that's still possible.
Get a Corgi
There are
Great
still kids
Dane
out
mix
there.
or a
Bring them back safe.
Corgi Saint Bernard mix.
Boss,
Would that be
it's
small?
me. Eli's revealed what he wants.
Did you
He
mix
wants to
those?
speak with you, with Big Boss. He just said, bring my father here.
Dwarf Genes
Eli's
run
too
strong.
smart for his own good. No way to tell what he's thinking. All we know for sure is his men are important to him. That means we can use the escaped kids as leverage in any negotiation. Once you've brought the last one back, I'll interrogate him. If the kids do rise up, we'll meet them full force. End of story. I didn't want things to turn out like this. We could have prevented it, but it's too late now. If Eli means to take this all the way, he's gonna force us to do the same. Boss, go get that last kid.
So they're basically a sorry. Almost leaned into it. Ah, got his backpack. Got his arm. Actually, in that spot, could have had a shot on him. You saw it, his head went by a couple times. Corgi are a sorry, like, I never knew that. Just just absorb the other DNA into their own, strengthen the breed. Resistance is futile. Do we need to...
Subject on board.
we're gonna wrap up in a couple minutes, and I'm thinking we should not go back to the ACC in case we get called off to a cutscene at base. We can save that for tomorrow.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Like, are you ready? Nah, can't handle the Corgi Shepherd mix. Oh no, it's a thing. It's a Corgi with a shepherd butt. That's great. That's that's funny, man. You're welcome. That is a very funny looking Corgi. Totally normal up front. What now? There is a Corgi St. Bernard mix. Ha ha! Who would do such a thing? Alright, I gotta see this. We're gonna wrap up in a minute. I think we're just gonna stay boots on the ground and go. Oh, wow! Woo. Look at that thing. Oh my god. Look at that thing. My brain is struggling to process, and I'm looking at it, and my brain is still struggling to process. What's that container? We don't need it. We don't need it. That's good. That's good against... Let's go out on a chuckle. Corgi Huskies are adorable. Well, now I believe you. We're gonna pick up from right here tomorrow. How about that? Hey! Whew.
Good.
Thunder may have finally stopped. Yeah. Oh, no, Lonnie's still here. She's right there. She don't like the noise. Now she's just camping out. Good dog. Good. We more than just genes. German Shepherd Corgi. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go look up some Corgi mixes after this. Hope everyone has a good night. Happy almost day. It's Thursday. The end of the week is upon us. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Thanks for being awesome as always, for the great company. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Come back. Join us again for more adventures. We have streams scheduled for tomorrow and Saturday, and I think we'll probably finish this game on Saturday. So a couple more of this. I still don't know what's next. Thank you guys for the host love, always, and the support with the subs and more. Thank you all. Everyone, have a good night. This time, it's the right screen. It really is.